Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Who Are You podcast. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Connor Overbay, and sitting to my right is my beautiful wife, Shannon Overbay.
Hello.
Welcome back to, what is this, episode 165 is what we're sitting on today. We're doing a nice little fun Sunday hangout episode.
Yes.
You know, we wanted to make sure we brought out a good episode. It's going to be a quicker episode today because we have a busy weekend, but we got some fun stuff going on right now.
We have been very busy, but it is always fun. You know, we keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy, definitely.
Never know what's coming next.
There's always something going on during the weekends. But before we get too far into the conversation, make sure you guys give us a like, a subscribe, a follow. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod for all social media platforms. And then for YouTube, it's going to be Who Are You podcast. And you guys will be able to find us on there.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're hanging out, having a fun Sunday hangout conversation. Got a couple announcements, couple things going on in the works.
Yes.
It's been fun. So I guess we can start out with the big announcement. You know, we finally are starting to talk about it. We've been kind of hinting a little bit at it, but we are officially business owners. Other than the podcast, we are business owners outside of this.
Official LLC business owners registered.
That's right.
Crazy.
It is. So we have started a promotional products business. So basically what that means for someone who is not understanding what that means, we're going to be making shirts, hats, pins, anything that your business may need. Or if you're just a podcaster, or if you have a business where you make salt like we've had on in the past and you guys want to promote your business, shoot us a message. It's going to be C2 Promotions.
Yes, anything you need made with your logo, we can do it.
We can do that. I'm sure if you look at Shannon's pink cup right there, if you want to show them that, you know, a little other side, there you go. Like laser engravings, all that kind of stuff. We did
not make this cup.
We did not.
I'm just letting that be known.
But just as an example, but we are officially launching the business. It's going to be a family business. Me, Shannon, my dad, Chris, who you guys have seen on the podcast in the past, and his wife are all getting involved in this. And we're wanting to start a business here in Jacksonville. You know, we obviously been doing the podcast for a while, and we absolutely love doing that, and that will still always be happening. But we're also bringing in a different little wrinkle. You know, we kind of saw a need in the Jacksonville community. A lot of people are doing little small, like kind of the size of the business of, you know, doing shirts and hats here and there, all that kind of stuff. And we want to be the number one in Jacksonville. We're always down for collaborations and everything. This isn't us trying to step on people, but we definitely are excited to get the business going. And in about a week or two here, you guys will be officially able to put in an order with us, and we can make your products.
We'll still have the website up and promoting that everywhere as well once it's official. I know it's a week now?
I would say
even a week, like 4 days or so.
Yep,
official.
The website's getting finished up. We're getting our logo and everything made. Just the last little couple pieces here, but we officially want to start talking about it since it's a lot closer closer to starting than we were really realizing. You know, we've been kind of doing bits and pieces here behind the scenes, but
it came quick for
it
sure.
did.
But we're so excited. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be crazy.
Adventure.
You know, adding another piece into it. Obviously, you guys will see social media posts and even maybe a sponsorship for this podcast here for that side of things. But
we're gonna be getting some Who Are You stuff for ourselves to wear and see what we can do going forward for that.
The merch will officially be made for the Who Are You. I've been talking about this shit for way too long, and I was trying to figure out how it would start and everything. But to give you guys a little bit of a backstory of where this business is kind of coming from, I've talked to you guys about going to college and doing all that kind of stuff, being very lucky where we're not in debt for that specific reason. And my dad had a promotional products business back when he was in college. It was funny enough; it was a college project for him to start a business when he was going to school, and it turned into something where he actually made really good money from it. He was able to pay off my schooling, so I was very lucky on that end of things. And we lived in a decent house when I was young, and my parents were still together and stuff. So he was talking to me about it and said he wanted to restart it, and I was like, I'm down. I want to be involved. I want to learn how to run a business that's different than just a podcast.
Exactly. He's teaching us the inner workings of having your own actual business where you're handling orders and all the different aspects of it.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. So we're super excited, and as more details come up and things are going on, we'll make sure to let you guys know. And excuse me.
Okay.
Getting choked up over here. Anyways, we're excited to bring that to you guys. Obviously, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to shoot us a message. We're excited to get started and start telling you guys more and more. And whenever we got our first drop of the Who Are You merch, you guys will be the first ones to know where to buy it, where to check it out, all that good stuff.
Keep your eyes peeled. It's coming soon.
That's right. You'll see social media posts, C2 promotions. You guys will see everything on there.
Yes.
But besides that, we've been having a fun weekend, hanging out by the pool, getting our tan going. Shannon's looking a little darker.
Excited. I've been getting a lot darker, but I've had a lot more free time on my hands as well. So
that is true. That is true. Shannon made a big life decision and decided to, switch her career to a new company somewhere else. Right now, she's taking her relaxation time, taking a little month off. But
I'm gonna go visit some family up in Ohio for a week, and like I said, I've been getting my tan on, so it's been good.
So Shannon's doing her thing, taking a little break, just kind of like what I did for a little while there, and then obviously, as you guys know, I'm working at a new company as well, so I've been getting into the things, got my own van, doing my own shit, you know what I mean? So like it a lot better. I've been saying that everywhere I go. It's a lot better than where I was working before. But we've been doing that. We were featured on the Graybeard podcast yesterday as well.
That was exciting.
Yep. Shout out to Jim and Patrick. They are awesome dudes over there promoting local Jacksonville, so that's what we're all about, and we've become friends over the years now. And funny enough, I work with Patrick, so that's a crazy thing. So, but that was a good time last night. We did a good two hours on the pod and everything, so make sure you guys go check out that episode.
Definitely. It was a chill conversation, just hanging out.
Yeah, it's always a good vibe. We
didn't test your water this time.
They did that the last episode I was on of theirs.
I know.
But we did that, and then we are also, by the time you guys see this episode, we're going to be going on the Paid and Bays podcast. Shout out to those boys. They were on the podcast with us a couple weeks ago. Low Key V and K3. Shout out to those guys. Awesome people. Very supportive.
Very exciting.
So, yeah, it's a busy weekend for us, but we're enjoying it. We got things going on. Obviously, we're still going to do our top 3 and our Would You Rather segments here today.
Yes, we definitely have those coming up.
Yeah.
We got an interesting one today.
I got a good one for Shannon today. I think I don't think she's prepared for it.
Well, I was talking about the top 3 is going to be an interesting one, but I mean, the Would You Rather, it's okay.
It's a fun one. You'll be fine.
It's okay.
You'll be fine. But like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a quicker episode today just because we're hustling and bustling, but we always want to make sure we bring you guys out a good episode and all that good stuff. But one thing I did want to bring up as well, or wait, where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. I lost it. It wasn't anything that crazy. I think it was just mostly the business stuff that we were talking about. That was the main thing I wanted to put out today. And all that good stuff. And then we got some travels coming up soon too. I'm going to be going to Tampa. I'm going to be going to Tampa. I'm going to be going to Tampa twice. Shannon's not happy.
Check with your mom though first.
About what?
About the dates.
He'll be fine. I'll get him something nice.
Okay.
But and then that's going on. Little brother's going to be turning 16 here soon, and this month coming up. Shout out to Seth. Happy for you, homie.
He's going to be having to get a first job, and he's pay for that gas for his car.
Yeah, that's crazy as well. Oh, I knew what I was going to say. Another thing I did want to bring up to you guys as well. We're going to be adding a new interesting mix into the podcast here. You guys will be seeing a little bit more of, if you guys remember my best friend Nolan, shout out Nolan. You'll be seeing him come on here a little bit more as well. Once it gets back to football season, we're going to be bringing up a more sports betting little segment little for them. Yeah, a little fun thing that we're going to be doing. So just for you guys.
But we're still going to have the fantasy football segment.
Oh, that will always be a part of it. It's going to be kind of played into it.
Clear,
but we're going to be doing weekly betting picks kind of thing, wherever states are legal. Obviously here in Florida, we're allowed to do sports betting, so we're able to do that side of things here. But we're going to be bringing in like weekly bets, kind of what we're feeling, what we would normally bet on the weekends that we don't really post or anything.
I won't really be part of this because I have no knowledge about what you guys are betting on.
Well, I was telling Nolan about that. What I think would be cool, obviously you watch football. I know you're not like watching like every team, making sure like what players are moving, whatever, but you do pay attention due to fantasy football. I think it'd be cool just to do a random one of the week of like Shannon's pick of the week. Like you're like, okay, this team's gonna win.
Okay, maybe we'll see.
I think that'd be fun.
I think it would be fun.
It's not like we're in.
I'm gonna pay more attention to the other teams and the players this season.
Yeah, a lot of teams have moved, or a lot of players have moved around.
Yeah, and a lot of new ones.
Yeah, so a lot of little.
Happens.
We're gonna be adding a lot more fun stuff this year into the podcast. We've been wanting to bring in more friends, bring in other people, and do other kinds of stuff on here. I'm I'm an avid football fan. My whole friend group is. We all do our bets every single time we're hanging out on a Sunday or a Saturday. We're watching college football. So we're going to be adding that in here. Obviously, be careful. If you guys are bettors and you don't have the money, don't do it. But
gosh.
I think we're going to have some fun. A little sports gambling on the podcast to show you guys what else is going on. Just bring a little fun wrinkle into it this year.
I feel like with the sports gambling, if you're going to like put it out for like them to kind of like know before the game, it's going to have to be more of like a live thing.
I don't think so. Like what me and Nolan were talking about was doing it on like Friday nights. So we just
for like a Sunday?
For Sunday,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And it would be something like quick we just throw out there. People can check it out. Like if they want to follow us or they want to tail us on things like that, they can. I'm sure a bunch of people are like, these guys are fucking stupid. I don't know why they're betting this, but let's see what happens.
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
There's been some wild things over the years.
It'll be a fun thing. So we just want to add that into the podcast. So make sure you guys keep an eye out on that. We are officially less than 100 days from NFL football coming back to our TV. Shout out. Hopefully Travis Hunter can help the Jaguars bring a good couple W's, if not a Super Bowl in, but we'll see what happens.
Let's hope so. That, apparently he's doing good. So.
He's a beast. I mean, he did great in college, but NFL's a different thing, and with him, he plays two positions. So that's the part that will be interesting to see how that would really kind of work out and what they're going to use him for.
And how long they'll play him for. Like, if they're going to play him back-to-back for different, the different sides or...
Well, that's what he did in college. That was the thing that was crazy. Like, I think he would play 99% of the plays on both sides, which is crazy to see.
I saw a video of him jumping the other day. He
can jump, right?
Oh my gosh. Yep. He has a huge vertical. It's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. There was a big back and forth for a little while. This was a couple years back. If you guys are sports fans, you guys probably heard this question. There was a big debate if, say, you took 100 football players and put them and had them start playing basketball, do you think they would be better than NBA players, or which one's a better athlete? Do you think 100 basketball players could go play in the NFL and survive like a normal game kind of thing?
I don't think either could do the other.
See, I disagree with that. The reason why is a lot of these guys who were playing football, they were multi-sport athletes. Most of them were. Like in high school, I knew multiple guys in high school that played basketball, played baseball, and played football, and were starters on all three different segments.
I suppose that's true.
And a lot of, I don't know if you know this isn't me talking down, but like a lot of NFL quarterbacks played baseball and had it like Patrick Mahomes could have gone and played in MLB if he wanted to, or like a couple other players are that way.
Connection with like baseball and football. Mm-hmm. But I feel like basketball is kind of a whole different thing.
It is. That's why it's an interesting question.
Yeah, the vertical rather than just going forward with something.
That's true, but you got to think about some of these wide receivers, right? These guys can jump out of the gym just like DK Metcalf, right? The really big dude that used to play for the Seattle Seahawks. He was one of their main wide receivers. Mm-hmm. That guy could probably do a 360 windmill dunk, and you wouldn't even think twice about it. He just happens to play in the NFL because that's what he's better at in his opinion, kind of thing.
I guess a lot of NFL players are taller as well.
They're huge.
I think... Yeah,
they're freaking huge.
I don't really think about it because I'm never next to them. Yeah, but obviously I associate basketball players as being super tall and everything, and I guess
kind of skinnier.
I could see LeBron playing football.
Yeah, but that's
in his prime.
But that's LeBron, though, right? I would feel like it'd be easier transition for football players to go to the NBA than NBA players make it to the NFL, because you got to think in the NFL you're getting hit. It's like a small car accident every time you're getting smashed around in that. So. And
even running backs would be point guards,
Exactly.
They all have a position. I could see it.
Be little muscle hamster guys kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know. That was a question that I thought was interesting back in the day.
It is interesting.
But it's gonna be a fun NFL season. We're excited to get back into the sports, talk a little bit more, bring that out to you guys as well. We've just been kind of brainstorming a little bit. Obviously, we love our style of podcasting where we sit down with guests every single week, and that will 100% continue. Or if it's just me and you throughout the week and stuff. It's just, just add a little bit different stuff, and comment down below if you guys have something you want to see, whether it's in the sports side or if it's us, what we're doing now, or what we've been really wanting to see from you guys is if you guys have any would you rather questions. We love that kind of stuff because
send us yours. Yes,
we'll sit there and rack our brains for days. We're like, damn, we don't know which one we wanted to use, or we can't find a good one online. So if you guys have a good one, shoot us a message or comment on the video, and maybe we'll use it in one of our future episodes from you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah. But speaking of that, did you want to do the would you rather or the who are you, or not who are you, or the top three first today?
Well, I suppose we should start with the would you rather since we were talking about it.
That's fine. Do you want me to go first, or would you like to go first? Want rock, paper, scissors it?
Yeah.
All right. Sudden death. Whoever wins. So whoever loses has to go first. This is how it is. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, you got me. So I go first. I'm fine with that. I'm excited for this question. I think it's going to get
excited.
you. All right. Let me see here. Let me look at my my notes. All right. Would you rather accidentally like an old photo of your ex on Instagram, or accidentally send your mom a sext by accident?
Well, I would never accidentally do either of those.
I understand, but still, this is like you being...
Because I don't even follow my ex.
I understand, but like, think of this from a single perspective. Like, we're not married and all this shit. This isn't something like for me to like get jealous on. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, which would you rather do? Both are pretty awkward.
I think I would rather like an old photo because that's more like stalking.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's still kind of creepy.
I guess that doesn't make me sound good, but that's more like, you know, you could be drunk and be like, look at this. You know,
see though,
it doesn't have to be like, you know, anything different. And I couldn't imagine sending something to my mother.
That'd be tough. That'd be a tough. Can you imagine
trying to explain that away?
Can you imagine your mom texting you
to and like see all the time? No,
ooh, that would be rough. I feel like it'd be easier because you're a girl, so it wouldn't be as like scary. Like vice versa, right? Like me to my mom. My mom like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck's going on right now?
Well, that's true as well, but
and hell no, like as you said, I don't follow any of the exes either. Those little demons can stay where they are on the internet.
But I think that would be like the better solution because then also it's not something you ever have to talk to them about. Just, you know,
I don't think I would go back to my mom's house ever after that. I'd be like, sorry, we're gonna keep an arm length distance now. Sorry.
No, it'll have to be landline phones only.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
delete your number.
I'm gonna need you to get a house phone just for communication wise. We'll do the same.
Yeah, definitely.
See, I thought that would be a funny one.
I get it. Okay. So my would you rather is: would you rather lose the ability to lie,
okay,
or believe everything you're told?
That'd be tough.
So you can never lie, or you're just so gullible you believe anything you're told.
But I'm not big into lying either. You know, I'm pretty straightforward. So I'm just trying to think of it that way. You know what I mean? But I feel like being gullible would be very tough.
That would be everything that you're told. That's a lot.
Yeah, because there's people who lie on like all day long. You know, I mean, we've had coworkers and friends and people who we know and like we know you're not telling the truth. Yeah,
and if people know that you believe everything you're told, they're gonna just tell you bullshit to make you believe it.
They'll be like, "Hey, bro, I'm starting this business. If you invest $10,000 into it, I promise we'll 3,000x your money." And like you're just getting fucked.
Right? Could you imagine? No, absolutely not.
Or it's also like the people on the internet who believe everything they read.
That's true.
I would say lose the ability to lie. For me personally, I feel like the gullible side of things would be tough because you're just kind of like, I feel like that's a rougher life. Mm-hmm. People would just think I'm an asshole if I just stop lying.
Yeah. Well,
even though I kind of am an ass, like I'll kind of tell you, I'm not really like one to hold the punch.
Yeah, it's you either say what's up or you just don't say anything.
Yeah, I just hold back. Yeah, I'm just like, oop.
But I agree with you. Yeah, 100%.
I think that would be tough. Like I said, that's also the thing about lies. Lying's a weird thing because sometimes you're doing it to not hurt a person's feelings as well.
I know.
Other times you're just lying. I don't even know why. But everybody has their reasons for why they tell a little white lie.
Well, as far as the hurt your feelings type of thing, that's where you just have to think about rephrasing it in a different way.
But it still could be a lie.
Or don't say anything.
It could still be a lie. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Like, there's some people who are with people.
You phrase the truth.
Do I look fat in this dress? Ooh. that's tough for some people. You know what I mean?
I think that's when you recommend a different dress. And I think this one was better suited for you.
Oh, yeah? Am I not suited for this dress?
No.
Is that what it is?
I'm not properly suited? It's not the right dress.
I'm not fucking properly suited? Are you calling me fat? Gosh. Is that what this is?
Yep.
Sorry, it's funny. I like that.
Okay, I agree with you, though.
I like it. Yeah. I like it. And we can move into our top 3 segment of the show this week.
Kind of excited for this one because I still like a lot of these foods.
Exactly. I mean, there's some things that even though it was tougher times, you still go back to it as comfort, right?
Yep.
So our top 3 segment of this week is top 3 broke meals.
Top 3.
So it could be, maybe when you were younger, life was a little hard, what you would eat that was cheap at that time. Or maybe
still cheap,
or you're in college and a lot of people have been there where you're
100%.
college, you're broke as shit, you're working a job where you're not making much money and you're just trying to make ends meet where you can't go out to eat every single night.
Yep.
What was those top 3 go-to meals that you would go to?
Yep.
So
I'm so excited.
I think this is a good one because, as we said, this is something that we still do to this day in a lot of different aspects. I don't know what's on
also
Shannon's.
because I'm a child. So.
That's true. I don't know what's on Shannon's list. She doesn't know what's on my list. But since I went first on the Would You Rather, I'll let you go first on this one.
I'll go first on this one.
So, your top 3 broke meals.
I have a feeling you're going to be angry about my number 3.
I probably already know what's going to be.
My number 3, I put Salisbury steaks.
Ugh.
I don't know why, but my mom, we used to have them often, and I really enjoyed them.
But they're like the TV dinners, right?
No, it was a pack of the Stouffer's Salisbury steaks or whatever. And then she would make mashed potatoes or something as well.
I gotcha.
And I love mashed potatoes, obviously.
But they were the powder mashed potatoes, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We were mashing our own potatoes. I liked creamy box mashed potatoes with a lot of butter.
Okay.
And the Salisbury steaks. And then, I went back and forth between my number 1 and my number 2, and I think I'm going to switch them again. So for number 2, I'm going to put chicken flavored ramen, and it's those pack ramens, not gourmet ramen. I've never had that. And then also, if it's spicy, that's even better.
I said spicy.
And then my number 1, Kraft mac and cheese.
I knew that was going to be it.
I love it. Kraft mac and cheese is still one of my favorite things. I made almost one of the best ones I ever made the other day. It was so great.
I chefed it up. I cooked that shit right. Yep.
And then I had an honorable mention.
Okay.
Which I know my sister still eats. I put those mini weenies or the canned spam.
You're talking
those mini
what
Vienna
are those
sausages?
Vienna sausages? Those aren't bad. I know what you're talking about. I've eaten those.
They're pretty good.
I respect it.
Make a sandwich or eat them just plain.
I respect it. Not bad. Okay. Not bad. That's an interesting list. I'm not surprised by Kraft mac and cheese is number 1. I don't have anything the
broke
same.
Meals.
I don't have anything the same on your list.
I wonder if you have one that I'm thinking about or not.
I got a couple. A couple. So my top 3 broke meals. Number 3. Box of cereal. Just dry cereal, no milk. That's all you got.
That's not a meal.
That is a meal.
Okay.
There's been many nights where I've sat there and housed a box of cereal and
that
just,
is true.
you know what I mean? Just
I think of it more as a snack, even though you eat a ton of it. Enough to be a meal.
a snack and a meal are two different. I mean, mac and cheese could just be a snack. Kraft mac and cheese.
That's true. Yeah.
So I said that.
Okay.
Number 2, real broke days, butter noodles.
Oh, I could get down with some butter noodles.
Literally just freaking macaroni noodles and a knob of butter on it.
Yep.
You just throw it on there, simple.
So good.
It probably costs
pepper.
It probably costs 60 cents. You know what I mean, to make in general.
I would still make that today.
Yes.
It's so great.
I have witnessed Shannon eating her butter noodles. And then my number 1, this is one I used to make when I was a little bit younger. I did enjoy it as well. I would take the tortilla, put a piece of cheese in it, and roll it up.
A little cheese roll
up.
Just like the ones from Taco Bell.
Yep, a little cheese roll up. Sometimes I would get fancy with it and cook it on the stove and melt it up a little bit.
Okay.
Right.
I put the shredded cheese and
I like it.
that.
Yeah. But that was always a big one. Obviously, college days, ramen. We used to fuck up ramen. That's always an honorable mention. Ramen was the move. I'm trying to think of what else was cheap back in the day that we would make.
Honestly, we brought up mashed potatoes. I have literally had boxed mashed potatoes as my dinner before.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
Trying to think of what else out there is a good one, because everything else is fast food back in the day when we were younger. You used to be able to go to Taco Bell with a fucking $5 and leave there with 16 different things.
Pizza rolls, I guess.
Pizza rolls hit. Hot Pockets. They're expensive now though. Those aren't even broke. That's not even
real.
That's not even broke people food anymore. They've gotten real happy about their prices nowadays. I don't understand that shit.
It's terrible. It's awful. Like, you get 3 or 2, and it's always like $2 more. It's like, I'm paying $2 for one of them.
That's true. Oh, and shout out to my mom. Another one, the chicken patties.
That's the one I was wondering if you were going to bring up or not.
And no hate to my mother. I was a picky eater growing up, so I will give her that. Like, I would only eat certain things, but I can't even eat them anymore. It's like those frozen, whatever brand you want to say, chicken patties. They come in a bag. They're about this fucking big of a bag, about 40 of them. You throw them in the oven real quick and eat them. But they were like, I think they were probably like $10 for a bag of like 30 of them. Yeah,
the chicken patties and the chicken nuggets and all that you used to have when you were a kid, you can't. It's not the same.
It just doesn't. No,
it is not. It doesn't taste the same.
No, I can't. And that's the thing. Is like you can. We've gotten chicken patties in the past, and I've eaten it. And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's
awful.
It just brings back times. I'm like, I can't do this anymore to myself. It's just not.
It's so bad.
I've worked too hard for this.
Yeah, but we still get like hot dogs and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So like hot dogs and mac and cheese. That was always a meal.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
We're not preppy. We just, these are things we still eat today. You know what I mean? Me and you were eating cereal last night.
Yeah, and like I said, I make the bombest mac and cheese the other day. It's great.
But put down in the comments, what were some of your top 3, broke meals? I know some people are like, oh, I had sleep for dinner, or I had freaking ice cube cereal. I'm like, okay.
What were your favorite cheap meals?
Yeah, what were the favorite? If you had barely whatever you had in the fucking kitchen is what you could make.
Yeah.
Some little
grilled cheese. Honestly, I love a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese hits. You know what I mean? That's good. That's a good cheap meal as well. So let us know in the comments what you guys think on that side of things, and let us know. We would love to see. We'll post some comments up there and see what's going on.
I love it.
It's tough. It's pretty tough. People are like, these guys are assholes. They're talking about what I eat on a daily basis.
I eat this stuff on a daily basis as well.
I do too.
Still today.
I still be hitting on this shit. It's always good. Say, I'm one for a nice, quick, easy meal. You can have Shannon Uncrustables. Those things, I eat the fuck out of those things.
Daily.
They're terrible for you, but they are good.
And they're a good meal to go to like the pool and everything as well.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah, I say. But let us know some more like top 3 lists as well in the comments. We're always interested to see because we try to come up with different ideas. A lot of it is food based. We have talked about that. We do a lot of foods.
I feel like it's the most versatile thing.
I thought the top 3 orange one was fun because that was one you had to think about. You're like, shit, what all is orange?
Well, you didn't even say copper, so
I didn't. You're right. I did not say the orange man, but he's orange and white.
Well, he's orange,
But he's also white. He's mixed.
He's mixed.
He's a mixed boy.
But mostly orange.
There's a lot of white on him.
He's got his little paws and like a ringtail.
His belly.
His
face.
I mean, it's very small.
Very small.
Yeah, it's a small proportion.
But no, like I said, we're trying to rack our brains on some more top 3s because there's so many good ones. And then, I was also, with me being on the internet, I always find those questions. I thought that one with the 5 fingers was funny. Like, what liquids you could dispense out of the 5 fingers?
That was really funny. We asked Jim on his podcast the other day as well. We did. So make sure you go check his answers out.
Yep. Make sure you guys go check out all the interviews. We're trying to get on more podcasts as well. It kind of gets us out of our comfort zones a little bit, talking about a little bit different stuff. I think everybody, says we're the nice, clean, family-friendly podcast, apparently. That's what seems to be the common denominator I keep hearing from everybody.
That's an interesting take on it, that's for sure.
I think it's fun.
I did see that comment, though, the other day.
Which one?
That it's a good family-friendly podcast.
A little family-friendly.
I think we are. We're pretty chill.
It depends on what we're talking about that day and who we're talking with, just because we have stories, all kinds of shit. But, I feel like the worst thing we really get into is like cursing and stuff.
Yeah.
We're not really into like the sex, drugs, and death kind of thing, talking about that too much on the show.
No, if we ever do like a specialty episode of like a murder series or something, we'll make sure to put a warning ahead of time.
Do some crime junkies.
Yeah.
I feel like I've told Shannon that she needs to start some stuff. Let me know in the comments on this as well. I think she's really into like the murder mystery stuff. Anytime I'm playing video games or doing something else, that's what she's doing while she's doing her puzzle.
That's most people are doing something while they're telling those stories. Like the one girl that I watched, Bailey, she's doing her makeup while she's telling the story.
You can do a puzzle while you're telling it, or your gym things, or like your little scratching things. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can, do.
I don't know. Those are very like focus topics that I need to do, like the puzzle. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just start doing videos, time lapse of my puzzles.
I think it'd be fun.
If you guys would like to see that, let me know.
But yeah, guys. But like I said, today is a little bit more of a quick episode. We just wanted to make sure we hopped in here and let everybody know what's kind of going on behind the scenes, the business, C2 Promotions. Make sure you guys check that out.
So excited.
Social media for them will be up in a little bit. Website will be up in about a week. So we got all this stuff kind of going. So make sure you guys go check all that stuff out. You guys will be seeing us put posts to go check out our pages on that side of things. And if you guys are interested in working with us on that side, let us know. We're excited to get the business moving. Let everybody know what we got going on. Some Who Are You merch coming out in a little while as well. So we're excited for all of that. And then my final thing is make sure you guys give us a follow on the social media. Obviously, we have a lot more things coming in from what we were telling you about on the show today. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod from everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the normal spots. And then make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel as well. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It's going to be Who Are You podcast on there. And is there anything else you want to promote, my dear?
No, thank you for watching. We're so excited for these upcoming adventures.
Yeah, we're excited. And make sure you guys check out all of our interviews with us on the Graybeard podcast. Peyton Bays will be coming here soon, so we're super excited. But as we say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.